A very good morning, Team Zimbabwe. Mamukase. Let us take a look onto this story. Former ZANU PF Youth leader Godfrey Tsenengamu has left for England. Like many young and old Zimbabweans, we have realized that they have no future in the broken Zimbabwe. Wopo Chingono says, I have publicly encouraged those who can live to do so because you get old saying that things will get better. There are 30-year-olds who thought that things would be better in 2003. Today, they are 50-year-olds, and things have gotten worse with two cycles of Zimbabwe having the highest inflation in the world, and another two cycles of Zimbabwe losing their lifetime savings. In that turbulent 20-year period, pensioners have lost everything and are dying miserable deaths without income or access to basic health care. I have lived in Britain and America, and I have invested in South Africa, so I know how migration can indeed be a tough decision, driven by the hope for a better future. The economic struggles over the years have had a significant impact on many lives, sadly, leading to many Zimbabweans dying because of the failed economy and toxic ZANU PF corrupt rule defined by looting and plunder. It is ironic that men who used to fight for and defend that system finally saw the light and has left the country. Many would do so because ZANU PF will never reform. Why would any sensible person with an opportunity to live want to expose themselves to hazardous realities like today's Zimbabwe when they can better their lives elsewhere? I know that many might read Tsenengamu, and many like him who have sought economic respite through care work and related jobs, but all great stories started somewhere. If it helps, I once worked as a cleaner in Planet Hollywood in London's Piccadilly Circus, where I was studying in Britain. But I went on to become a two-time African Journalist of the Year winner, and today I wine and dine with kings, bishops, and presidents. So this is what Wopo Chimono is saying. Key issue is that Godfrey Tsenengamu, a former ZANU PF youth commissar, has left Zimbabwe to the UK. And this is what he said, ndatozongoriska ini sarai nenyika yenyu inopisa iyi vene, tauyawo kuchando kwevaya vataimboti mhandu, murambe makashinga makomrades naika, musazokundwa nemiedzo yekutiza nyika, sarai muchivaka nyika brick by brick, sarai mufire nyika mutisunungure, tichadzokawo kana zvanaka. This is what Godfrey Tsenengamu said when he left Zimbabwe. The major question is, why are these people who defended the nonsense which we have leaving this country? Unlike Daddy Hope, I'm not going to pretend as if I'm happy with this decision. Tsenengamu is a coward, and I'm going to explain. He's one of the people who were making press conferences in support of the current regime. He's one of the people who fought tooth and nail for this regime to be here. He's one of the people who went selfish when the regime got into power, but only went against the regime when he was not rewarded with a seat, with a parliamentarian seat. So you see, for they want every reasonable Zimbabwean to live so that you will be left with dandaheads who can be controlled. When people leave Zimbabwe, don't think they know for sure that if Zimbabweans abroad are that is the reason why they are urging every Zimbabwean to leave, because they know that those Zimbabweans with capacity and capabilities are the one who are going to leave. So I agree with Justice Ndlovu. He said, imagine during Rhodesian Front Row, the nationalists encouraging the native black people to leave Rhodesia to go somewhere for survival. Do you think we are going to take over this country from the white minority with such a mentality? We must stay put. It's either we win or perish. Justice Ndlovu is telling the truth. Zimbabweans will complain, but will still leave their country, will still run away from their country. If Zimbabweans in South Africa alone had come back to vote, ZANU PF shenanigans would have failed. But they didn't bother to come. Why? It's because they feel that they are comfortable there. They feel that they have jobs there and they don't care. What will happen if those opportunities start to vanish? So those are very important questions which you find difficult to get correct answers or honest answers. So Obo Chingono is trying here to run away because you need to read your story, your history. Okay, so for those who left Zimbabwe, they didn't leave Zimbabwe to go and work. They left Zimbabwe to take up arms, and it's something different. So it's something different, and Hansi, thanks Team UK for the warm welcome and hospitality. I really enjoyed every second back home. Kwababa 2 safely. Ndichambonotana muboora ndiwane chekusevesa. So other people are saying he's back, or he was briefly in England and is back to Zimbabwe. We do not know. We need to make some confirmations and see if he is back or he was briefly in the UK. So it's something very important in Zimbabwe to note. The main point here is that leaving Zimbabwe is not the solution. Staying in Zimbabwe either is not the solution. The solution is to be active, in the political activities whilst we are in Zimbabwe. So let us be in Zimbabwe, but let us be active politically so that we correct the political impasse which is there. So personally, I'm against the issue of going out of Zimbabwe, and I don't know if I will ever relocate, but for now, I think I need to be here.